We're the indie project Bee and Theo, and we've been living and travelling the world in vans for the past 6 years. We're currently renovating an abandoned stone barn in Portugal to turn into a beautiful tiny home for us and our cats Ginjey Bear and Furrnando. Follow our journey from the very beginning as we document the whole process of creating an off-grid home.
I've just arrived in Castelo Branco. Bee's back at the property looking after all of the animals and getting on with some gardening, and I've come to the city to pick up some supplies because I'm hoping tomorrow that I can pour the concrete slab, because our water tank should be arriving in the next couple of days. So I need to pick up loads of bags of cement, also need to get some nails so I can put the siding on the new wall. So I managed to get everything I needed in Acre, which is good, and now I'm heading to a place called Maxmat. It's just another DIY shop, but it's a good place to get bags of cement and stuff like that. So that is where I'm heading right now. Probably gonna need 10 bags of cement to do the slab, so quite a lot. Hopefully the car can manage it, but we'll soon find out. So as you can see, I'm back from the city and I've already started the siding on this wall and it's looking so good already. I'm super stoked with it. I actually forgot to pull the camera out and film because I was so excited to get back from the city and actually start doing some work. It goes so nicely with the stone. It really ties everything together, and I think this lean-to area is going to be such a nice space for storage, our gas boiler, our solar batteries, loads of stuff. So I better carry on with it because I've probably got about another hour of time left today before I've got to go off and do something else. So I'm going to crack on. going really well. The wind's picked up, which is nice as well, because there's a nice, I wouldn't say it's a cool breeze, but it's a breeze. Makes working outside in this hot sun way easier. And we're like 3/4 of the way done. It's going way quicker than I thought it would be. And we're just going to keep cracking on. We've got to do the angles. I'm going to run out of time to do the actual angle boards today, but we're going to get as far up as we can with the straight boards, step back and see how it looks. So here I am, standing by the new wall. It looks amazing, so happy with it. And as you can see, there's a little gap. I need to go back to the wood yard and probably get 4 or 5 more boards, because I've got some notching out to do around the corner and I've got some angles to do. Don't have enough time to do that today. I don't have enough wood. So soon I can finish that job. And I think the other side, then we're gonna have the Tyvek, which is like the water membrane barrier, so no rain can get through if it's really harsh on this side. And then we'll probably clad the other side so that we can hang things like our boiler and our plumbing and our piping and stuff like that, and have everything really neat and solid. Bee's on shepherd duty and she's amazing at it. The goats absolutely love her. So they just follow her up to her swing just there. So Bee just sits in the swing and the goats eat all the fresh shoots of the brambles, which is brilliant. They're having a great time. Bee's having a great time. Just made this rustic tamp out of a big lump of chestnut and then some of that siding that we had left over. It's actually doing a pretty good job. I don't know how long it will last, but it doesn't need to last that long because I've only got a small area to do, but it's actually working really nicely.
Also, for all of Theo's footwear fans, he's sticking to the brief and got his odd socks on today.
Just managed to find this old rebar that we got left over from when we did the railing for the mezzanine. So I'm going to utilise that in the concrete slab just to firm it up a little bit, and I go put that in now. I don't know what the measurement of these are because my tape measures over by the slab area, but looking at it, it looks like it should fit with minimal cuts. So fingers crossed and we can get moving. The moment of truth to see if this rebar fits without any cutting. Oh, that's heavy. Oh. So it's perfect that way and a little long that way. So I've got my angle grinder. I'll just chop the ends off a little bit, lay it out, and then we can literally just start mixing and get going.
Woohoo!
Tie these rebar together first. So I'm just heading down now to Bee's garden so I can pick up some water from the IBC tank so we can actually start mixing the concrete. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I reckon it'll only take us a couple of hours and we'll be done, so better get cracking.
So the mixing has begun. They're doing a 3-2-1 mix. 3 gravel, 2 sand, 1 cement. And we've all got a bet on how many mixes we think it's going to take to fill it up. I think 16, Ricky thinks 12 and Theo thinks 15. So I'm going to be counting and seeing how many mixes we're actually going to do to get this slab done.
In the sky and fire in the air, desire burns between them. One big push is gonna get you there. Takes a stronger eye to see them. And when you see it in front of you, in a silhouette up ahead, and you see where you're going to. Song, moving every day, going further on. Lead your way, keep on strong. Moving every day, going further on. Break out day till the sun goes down. You work this time between them, a far off land to your own hometown. You've been all around to see them, and when it's standing in front of you, then you take it and you pull it in, and you see where you're going to. Lead your way, sing your song. Every day, going further on. Lead your way, keep on strong.
All I can say is I'm very happy that we picked the coolest day of the week to get this done, and where we're located right now is like in dappled sunlight. So luckily for me, I'm basically in the shade, but I'm still sweating buckets. Poor old Ricky is in the prime sun location, mixing, constantly mixing, bringing wheelbarrows and delivering them off. But it's a good team effort, and I'd say like we're well over halfway now, aren't we?
Yeah, for sure.
It's going really well, it's looking good. Just got to keep on trucking.
I'm here mainly as moral support, but I have been helping with the screed process because it's a lot easier with 2 people, 1 on each side, going across rather than just doing it completely on your own. And I've been getting the footage bringing water to drink and stuff like that. It's really exciting to see this come to life, because this is going to be the water for our home, which is just super exciting. We still don't know the exact date when our water tank's arriving. They did say it would be sometime this week. We've not heard from them, but hopefully they won't give us a call today and be like, it's here, because we can't really leave because we're doing this. But fingers crossed it'll be ready soon, because once that's here we can get all of the water sorted, which is just super exciting.
I'm really not far off now, probably another 2 mixes and we're good and we're done. But what keeps crossing my mind and all I can think about is how we're going to keep the cats and the chickens off this slab.
I have no idea.
William's like, I'm going on that slab. That's what he just said. So yeah, we're not quite sure yet, but it will go off pretty quickly. So I think probably in about 3 or 4 hours, if something does run over it, should be okay. So maybe we just kind of like keep the cats occupied for a little while. If you stand on it for the first bit.
I think it's too high, man.
So there we have it, one finished concrete slab. We're really happy with how it turned out. Everything went to plan today, which is always nice, but with these things, preparation is always the key. We made sure that everything was in place, we had enough materials. I actually measured correctly, which was nice. We've got enough for another slab left over, so if we need to do another slab, we can. It's always good to just have materials on the property, so that if you do want to do something, you can just get on with it. But it's all good. It's probably been a couple of hours now since I finished it, and I've just gone over and just misted it a little bit with my spray bottle of water, just to keep it from drying out too quickly. But yeah, job's a good one. Stoked, and I can't wait to finally get this water tank installed. I'm going to leave it for a little while before I take the forms off, maybe 48 hours, and then I'll let it sit probably until next week before we actually load it up with the water tank.
I'm so happy with how that has turned out, and now, even though this has been a very long day in the hot sun, I've got to go and wash a chicken who has been sitting on eggs that have gone rotten. So if you think that our life is glamorous, don't think so. Because the smell is enough to make me want to curl up in a ball and die. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. It's been fantastic to get moving on with the water plumbing project, and we're getting ever so closer to having a fully functioning inside kitchen. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.